Hi, welcome to Wargame Realm. In this video I'll be unboxing and reviewing two boxes from recent Death Corps of Krieg releases, Command Squad and Heavy Weapons Squad. I'll start with Heavy Weapons Squad. This box contains 4 Citadel miniatures, there are 3 heavy weapon teams and fire coordinator. Each heavy weapon can be assembled with 3 options: twin-linked heavy stabber, heavy flamer, or las cannon. Let's open it up and check the sprues. Inside we've got a standard decal sheet, the same as in the starter box. Instructions, bases, 3 50mm ones and 1 25mm, and 2 sprues with the miniatures. On the first one there are las cannons, gun shields, wheels, some kind of mounting parts for the carriages, batteries, magazines, stuff like that. And on the second one there are heavy flamers, heavy stabbers, crew members, and the coordinator. Let's check the instructions. So here is the fire coordinator, not many options, just the like bracing himself on the knee or checking the some kind of paper. The guns, we have 2 crew members, each fits every gun, then the undercarriages, and I think, well, with some hassle you could assemble them with magnets, but I think you'd need to print some additional parts that are not duplicated in the sprues. Yep, there is only one set of gun shields for each gun, and I think there is not enough of the part that is mounting the gun to the undercarriage. I'll probably assemble mine as las cannons, since I don't like the idea of this heavy flamer. I really prefer the old heavy flamers from Forge World, or now the one from Tiny Legend, that you've got 2 guys, one is holding actual heavy flamer and it's connected to the big Prometheum tank on the back of the second guy. Okay, let's get to the Krieg Command Squad. It's a bit bigger than Cadian Command Squad. We've got Lord Commissar, Officer, Veteran with Special Weapon, Standard Bearer, Watchmaster, Vox Operator, and Servo School. The pointing Commissar is like the best pose that is now available, I think. Okay, so let's dig into it. Again, we have the same decals. Instruction, 6 25mm bases and 1 32mm base. Whole command squad is laid out on the 3 sprues. On the first one we've got the Commissar with the weapon options and the Officer with the weapon options. I think for the Officer we have Power Sword, Chain Sword, the Trench Mace, and 3 different pistols. And the Commissar has an option of either Plasma Pistol, Bolt Pistol, Power Weapon, or Power Fist. There is very, very crisp detail both on the Commissar and the Officer. On the next sprues we've got the equipment of the Standard Bearer, the Watchmaster. Banner is very nice. Shame that it's only one version within the box. So I think like each member of the command squad has only one possibility of being assembled minus the weapon they choose. That's a shame since like in Cadian one you had some measure of customability. So yeah, I bought 2 command squad because I need both versions of the commissar, and I will try to assemble the whole command squad so the miniatures don't repeat themselves. I'll probably have to use some kits from other Krieg releases. I'm not that big fan of that officer. I have actually printed ones, not the Forge World ones, of the marshals with the decorated helmets and the capes. But still, I'll use those as the command squad officers and the printed ones probably as proxy for Castellans. Here are other type of officers that I also printed. One just chilling and reading a map, and second one done, to be honest, for fun, is drinking coffee from his through his tube from the gas mask. But summing up, I think this is very nice kit. I think one of the best from the Games Workshop releases for Krieg. Yeah, that's the additional stuff I bought. Krieg engineers to have the full 10 squad. So now I will try to compare those minis after assembly, like compare to command squads and then compare them to Cadian counterparts that I already have. So here are the 3 last cannon teams with the fire coordinators and 2 command squads. Let's compare each miniature. I try to kit bash them that way so I don't have the similar miniatures. So, here are the 2 commissars, one with power fist and plasma pistol, second one with power weapon in his sheath and pointing with some kind of whip behind his back. I love both sculpts. I will just need to work a bit on the bases so they are not the same. This is one of my favorite commissar sculpts. Okay, here we've got 2 officers. I used parts, I think, either from engineers or the normal Kriegsmen's to change them so they don't look the same. Then there is, yeah, veterans I assembled the same just with different weapons to match my platoons. Yeah, that's good enough for me, just switch the backpack from other kit. The Vox operator and the Watchmaster, I switched between those bodies, so I have kneeling Vox operator and standing one. Banners, I just cut the hand a bit and put it in different pose, so one is just holding it to the back, one is holding it behind his back. Yeah, here are the Watchmasters. So here one is kneeling, like with some hands from different stuff. Yeah, and the last ones are the servo skulls, which I didn't change anything because, yeah, they look fine. They're just some kind of marker for the squad. Now, let's compare the minis from the command squad to the existing line of the Astra Militarum miniatures. Here are 3 commissars from previous releases and the Cadian command squad. So, this is the new plastic Cadian commissar. I'm not the biggest fan of that mini. I still prefer both of the Krieg ones. They all static, but yeah, I prefer the old commissars. The Lord Commissar was fine, and this metal one was one of my favorite ones. Well, the same as the one holding hand behind him. Now, for the officer, we've got the Cadian one. I think they're like similar miniatures, but it's just different style of gear. Size-wise, the minis are comparable. We've got like maybe the Kriegsmen, thanks to their coats, are a bit more streamlined. Yeah, the Master Vox for Cadians is for sure much more, like, much bigger antenna and stuff like that, and it shows that it's Master Vox, not just like any other Voxcaster. Here are the banners. Yeah, I think it's in very similar style, holding rifle in one hand, in other there is a banner. Both very nice sculpts. And then we've got the medic or the watchmaster for the Krieg. To be honest, I prefer the classic look of medic in Cadian ones than the watchmaster, but yeah, that's the feel of the Krieg, so that has to be that way. Let's put it aside and check the heavy weapon squad. I assembled them as last cannons with fire coordinator looking at a map. The heavy weapons are very nice, very easy to assemble. You've got some additional bits to put on the base. For example, for the last cannon, you've got the boxed battery, one spare, and I think some kind of shovel put into the ground. For the heavy stabbers, you've got the lying magazines, and I don't know if there is something for the heavy flamers. They are nice, but here I think I prefer the Cadian heavy weapons that are manned by 2 crew members. I think both the heavy weapon is a bit bulkier and it shows that it's a crew-served weapon, and yeah, I like the feel of like little diorama on the base, just the one mini with the big gun that he has to hold himself. So, that's all for this video. In the further ones I will be covering my progress on the Krieg miniatures that I've shown. Next episode for sure will be showing you how to make trench bases for either small infantry ones or the big diorama-like artillery teams. Thanks for watching and see you next time.